Welcome back, my lovely darlings, to my channel. I'm going to talk about a preppy style. One of you actually asked me to do a video about this. I think it would be cool to do something for one of you, and I think this style is, you can see that a lot, I think, in like, especially here in UK, you can see this style a lot in like American TV shows or like television when it comes to teenagers basically who are attending school, because I think this style is very much connected to like school chic, perfect for girls and boys who are attending college or some kind of high school event. And I think overall, when we think about preppy style, we just have this kind of connection about this kind of like a school, very like elegant kids, like old money type of look, from college, from high school, from uni as well, that they dress very classic, but also like very more like a posh type of look, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I think that's how we connected this style. It doesn't mean that an adult person cannot wear this style. I think this style can be great for really a lot of people, but I think the first thing when you actually think about that style, that's what you really vision, that's what you see when you want to have some kind of like a sample of person who wear like preppy style is Taylor Swift. She combines her preppy roots with like minimalist casual touches, or if you know the Charlotte York from the Sex and the City character, she adopts this kind of classic American style with retro notes. So this is like or as well maybe Blair Waldorf from the Gossip Girl. She has this kind of character when she's very like creative, but also has this kind of preppy look. When I try to find like a description of this style, it's known as a casual fashion style that sets you apart as a young person of learning class and wealth. If you adopt this style, you will wear casual but elegant clothes within a standard set of rules. You end up looking fresh, smart, confident and elegant, and at the same time unbothered. Which is quite interesting. It can be a great look for like casual place of work as well. Overall, it doesn't need to be for teenagers only, like the style, any style can be for anyone really. It's just you need to have obviously do it the way that works for whatever work environment you have, and as well your life is going around, you know. So it's just something, you know, to remember that any style can be included in your life if you really like it. And it doesn't need to be, you know, it's nothing is set in stone basically. But I think it just started more like for young people, but I think even a person who is 80 years old can wear this style, you know. It doesn't really matter. I think the basic, what they're saying, it's about like going for more minimalism looks, which I don't necessarily agree with that so much. I don't know about minimalism, to be fair. I feel like those looks actually are not really representing minimalism, because you can see a lot of like accessories, and minimalism for me personally, it's about when it comes to fashion, it's about wearing what you love, but also being more functional, going for like practical rather than something that is just you really like how it looks. As well, I found that people, when they're trying to describe this style, they say that you would focus on wearing flat shoes rather than go for high heels. And I feel like I agree with that most of the time you're going to have a flat shoes. Loafers are a great example of that. Those are great shoes for every day anyway, but sometimes even you go for this kind of like a more chunky look type of shoes that looks a little bit more trendy. But any flat shoes are going to be great for that style, which is, you know, I think that's a win-win. You're going to feel comfortable, and even if you're going to wear dress, then maybe you go for sandals. But most of the time when I see this kind of look most of the time you would recognize this look as like a skirt, white shirt, maybe some kind of nice quality jumper, and those kind of flat shoes like loafers or something. So I think this kind of preppy look of this kind of short skirt, they are quite short. Almost like a maximum you would go for knee length, that's going to be like your maximum, but most of the time you would go for like a shorter one. That's this kind of classic preppy style. Dresses are always clean cut, so you're not going to have some kind of crazy ball gowns. This is just going to be, even if they're going to be like you're not going to have some kind of fancy necklines or anything like this, or cuts. Clean cut blouses, traditionally the most popular will be the white classic white shirt, or some kind of crew necks. Sweaters, cardigans and jackets are other staples that you would include your wardrobe. To just show you some looks that I think they can be really nice and really upgrade you. One of those look is this one here. For me, that's like a preppy style. Let me know in the comment, because as I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to give you some nice, really nice examples here. And obviously, I will be always going towards like very neutral colors, but I'm not saying that you can't wear colors, you know, it's just me personally. I love going for beige, gray, white, black, navies. That's my like favorite color. So I won't be directly my first decision never going to be go for strong colors, you know, even though I make videos for you about strong colors because I know some of you really love it, but it doesn't mean that, you know, my choice of showing you outfits is always going to be more neutral. But that's what I'm saying, you can always choose to go a little bit more stronger colors. This outfit here, I think it's fantastic. It is a shorter skirt, but that's, you know, for me this look, overall the preppy look is very characteristic with short skirts. For girls, it gives you this kind of very like a more girly look, more youthful look, but also it's kind of like a uni look. You have a lovely jacket, there is some kind of blouse underneath, but obviously we can't really see much. The jacket is, I think, really nice with this kind of gold buttons. Black tights, if you have a short skirt, I would personally always go for a black tie, so like it's really thick tights, just so it's, you know, you feel secure. But I know that when you are younger, you'd not necessarily think this way. You might think that you don't really think about this basically, so you go for whatever works for you. But I like the idea of darker tights. It's just covering your legs a little bit more, which gives you a little bit more modest look with a skirt like this. If you wouldn't go for any tights, let's say you just have a bare leg, then it's going to be less modest. Let's just put it this way. Love the like a higher boots as well. I think that's really nice for autumn. I think it's great look for like preppy style. Very classic look that I wanted to show you. If you want to go for a very like nice, very feminine look, then that's really look you could go for. The only thing for me is that there are bare legs in a winter, when there is really strong winter behind her, and it doesn't look like she's wearing any tights. So for me, that's a little bit, when there's winter, you want to wear some kind of tights, you know. It's just really it's not elegant to wear bare legs in winter, especially when there's winter like this, you know. In Scotland we have a winter when we sometimes don't have a snow at all, but in a place when there's so much snow, tights, I think it's a must, you know. It's just a must, and it's like basically think about, you don't want to get sick, you know. I'm not going to go more about this, but I feel like tights in the winter are a must. But I think this is really nice look when it comes to gives you this kind of more feminine look, because the colors are very light, very like gentle. You have a nice bag, everything is very like soft, and if that's the look you are trying to go for, then maybe some kind of bow in your hair. I think this is really lovely, you know. Just add the tights and it's going to be perfect. Yes, when it comes to shoes, just wanted to show you this look because I think it's great representation about this, that sometimes girls are going to still wear skirts and they're going to have a socks, like this kind of black socks, and that's, I think, going to be acceptable when you are going to uni, if you know what I mean. If you go to work like this, it's maybe not necessary, but if you are in university, and even though the skirt is quite short, and personally I am more modest when it comes to stuff like this than, but I understand, you know, it's like everybody has a right to wear whatever they like, you know. And the girl looks lovely, don't take me wrong, and I think the idea that it's really the blazer, Sweater is as well oversized, so it's covered the skirt and you just see just little bit part of the material of skirt. It's not a bad idea, it looks quite cool, you know, but obviously for some people this is going to be just too much when it comes to length, but I feel like the style overall, the preppy style, it is about the short skirt, you know. And I think the socks in this situation with this kind of heavy loafers are not bad idea, you know. I think this is very like more like a cool type of look, but those are like heavy shoes, you know. So the socks actually make a little bit sense of it, you know. So I think it's really great look for this kind of, you know, generation, I would say. The woman looks great, she looks lovely. Many times girls will be wearing as well dresses with white shirt underneath. I think that's quite nice idea as well. And having some kind of nice like jacket blazers, having good structure blazers, maybe like a tweed blazers or just classic black can be really a great option as well, especially if you are in school, any school. That's just something to have, you know. I didn't want to make this video very long. I just wanted to show you, and I haven't really and tell me, what do you think about this look? Would you say is it popular where you live? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. I have some other video for young people, I think, to enjoy how to dress in university and college. I will put link on the top if you want to watch that one as well. It just gives you an idea how to dress, not necessarily in preppy style, but overall for this kind of like uni and college basically environment. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up because it's really supporting my channel, and see you in the next one.